Hey everyone, it's Florian, and pleased to present our sixth deal. This is 311 Zenith Street in Chula Vista. It's 4 units. I'll just flip back here. Just real quick, actually, we're closing on this Friday. Another deal that Jason and I are just taking down ourselves and syndicating thereafter. I do expect it to go quick just because the raise is really small. I'll get into that. But here it is. This is South San Diego County, Chula Vista. Um, this is all blue collar workforce housing. Okay. So so right here you can see there's the one negative about this deal is it's kind of next to a little bit of an eyesore. Sorry, I gotta scroll back here. Um, Here's the property. So this right here is like a just a car lot, and obviously just you can't get away with this stuff and get peak rents in like La Jolla or the nicer areas. Here in Workforceville, like it's fine. You just kind of have to have a plan. So the plan for us, we're just gonna put in some taller trees here and just block off the view as much as we can. At the end of the day, the units will be nice. There'll be parking, amenities. Rest of the street is quite nice. Palm trees everywhere. So just something to deal with. Not too worried about it. So the deal was on the market. It was massively undervalued. 1,075,000 for 4 units. These are all 3 bedroom, 2 bath units, 1,000 square feet each. Um, you know, our we saw this and we kind of jumped on it right away. Obviously, they did a tour. It was basically a seller who had to sell. They were in a inherited property. Someone died, and they were just cashing out. So those are the good situations. They had 45 people at the tour. We were expecting a zillion offers. They got I think 25. They had offers up to 1.4 without even countering anyone. If they had countered, I'm pretty sure this would have gone into like 1.5, 1.6. Jason and I were prepared to go up to 1.4, and so if we're willing to do that, then absolutely, there's another like 100 to 200K on this deal. We got the deal for 1.323, so 1,323,000. Basically, we wrote an offer that took out commissions and you know all cash close, 7 days, just crazy terms. Got the deal. I also had a relationship with this guy, the listing agent, so that definitely came in key to just beat out literally 20 25 offers. Um, and yeah, so ARV for this thing, and sorry, let me just talk about the game plan. This is different than the other deals we've done recently with the ADUs. This is just honestly a flip. It would have been a flip absolutely in like 6 months ago. The 2 to 4 unit space, in my opinion, is kind of like dead now. The best kind of behind us. We'll see if that changes. I personally see it kind of going a little worse. So I underwrote this as a 3 year hold. If we can flip it and we're happy to flip with what we get, then we'll do it. Otherwise, 3 year hold. So shorter term and just more traditional value add kind of deal. Okay. Um, let's see. I'll talk about comps. So the first one, you know how we're getting this 2 million. Sorry, it's more like 2.1 actually is the ARV. So this was a deal for almost 1.6. This was all 1 bedroom, small, 414 square feet, 1 bedroom units in Chula. This one right here went for 1.9, and it was all 2 bedrooms, and these weren't even market rents. So this thing wasn't even renovated. It was just like well maintained. And the best comp is this one that Jason actually sold earlier this year for 2 million, and it was all 2 bedroom, 1 bath units, 900 square feet. This one wasn't even rented. 25, 26, 2,900. Flew off the market, $2 million. So again, ours 4 units, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. For rents, we're thinking 3,200 is our conservative number. Ran that by our manager. I think we're fine there. We're planning to do washer dryer and unit if it's feasible, AC, mini splits, obviously full renovation. There's a world where we can get to 34, but we're just gonna do 32 and keep it conservative. And the building itself, pretty good condition. Obviously, we'll look at everything, and this is all just looking, clean and new paint and windows, all that. But just looking inside, I mean, pretty fair. One of the units kind of already had some upgrades with the flooring. Once I get to it, let's see right there. So this is one that was probably the cleanest one. So yeah, our budget to do everything I said plus cash for keys is 200K. 50K a unit should get it done. Um, yeah, and that's the game plan. So probably a 3 year hold, and if we can flip it, great. We never buy deals we have to flip. We're actually the longer you hold it, the more you make. So 3 years is fine. So let's talk about why this raise is so small. We have the ability through our relationships. We're getting 90% leverage, 90/10 on this acquisition. So literally 10% down gets us this deal. Okay. In addition to that, this 200,000 in capex, we have someone that's going to give us a second. It'll probably be a third position because the acquisition, the hard money, is going to be structured in 2 loans. So it's like one lender, but he's going to do 2 loans. So this will actually be a third position for the full capex. Usually with these deals, you try to kind of wrap in the capex into the loan because we're at 90/10. The guy was like, I already can't, the 90 is already insane. Like these are his words. To do the capex on top of that is crazy. So we'll get another position. This is just like a private individual who's willing to lend us this money, and we'll execute this loan when we're ready, which means when we empty the units and we're ready to actually spend money, we'll go and get that money. So as a result, we're this money requires 200, or this deal requires $270,000 to get done, which is great. And what kind of returns are we looking at? Actually, I'll get the return. So this is a 3 year hold. We're looking at double money in 3 years. It's fantastic. 30% IRR. I'll get more to these returns later, but let me just kind of explain the fee structure. We're doing our typical 2% acquisition fee. We have 2% for sponsor management, which is not much given it'll actually only be 3 years. The thing that we're doing, we are doing our highest promote ever at 8% over 50, and here's why. So obviously, given this amount of little money needed, and Jason and I are already buying it, we could flip this very easily ourselves. And here's the underwriting for flipping the deal. A lot simpler. So we're looking at, if we flipped it, we'd make 175K within a year each. Okay. And I always like to be transparent. So if we syndicate it, we're actually looking at making 120K each, and that's in 3 years. So that's a big reason why the fee is what it is. We're actually giving up quite a bit to do that. Why are we doing it? Many of you know right now we're just in this space where we're trying to find more capital. A lot of these bigger guys, while they like the returns of the ADU deals, they kind of prefer stuff that's like right away they're getting some sort of return in cash flow. So we look at this deal as just, it's a track record and brand deal. It's going to allow us to kind of show people what we can do. We're not making, either way, we're not making like life-changing money on the deal. So it's just a good way to just, here's a deal we can syndicate, different than the ADU deals. Through a recession, we're looking at doubling people's money, conservatively underwritten, and hopefully that does well for, Monarch Investment Group going forward. So that's the game plan. I'll kind of just explain really quickly why this is conservative or how it's conservative. So the first way, I have 6 months worth of mortgage payments here. It's $76,000 that is going to go into the raise, and that's day one for both loans. We won't activate the second loan until we need to. So this is padded. It's also padded because the true negative cash flow number for year one is only 44,000. So I basically have more money than I'll need with given the cash flow. So let's say I just made this 44,000, and then this is 6% 30-year amortized. We wouldn't do that since we're looking to exit. We'd probably do, or we would do interest only. We have a lender right now that'll do 3.8%. And so, given, let's say things get a lot worse at 5%, I'll just do that. The deal, here we go, 36.3% IRR, 2.3x multiple. Okay, so already there, doing better. The other way we could do better. So this is underrated at a 5% cap rate. In the 2 to 4 unit space, it's just a lot more unsophisticated buyers and agents, and you could just there's just ways to get inflated pricing. I'll just say that just through good negotiation and good brokering. So let's say I squeeze that to 4.75 cap. Now I'm doing 2.5x multiple and a 41% IRR. Okay, so I always like underwriting with upside, and we definitely have that here. And here's the other. Actually, let me show you if we do flip it. This is back to the conservative model of underwriting. So if we do flip it, we're looking at 65% IRR on our money and a multiple of 1.65. So that's in year one if we flip, right? So obviously those are great numbers. And if we let's go back to year three exit. So let's say worst case scenario, the guy who told us he'll give us a loan is like, just kidding, not lending you the money. So in that case, we'll just have to raise the 200,000 instead of getting it lent to us. So now the raise will go up. Which some people are going to be happy because the 270 is going to fly as far as a raise. But so we went from a 29 to a 26.5 IRR. Not too bad, not too much worse, still good for sure, and a 1.66 multiple. Okay. Long and short of it is, through a recession in San Diego, worst case scenario, if you're almost 7xing your money in 3 years, very good return and investment on your money. Yeah, so that's basically the deal. We're closing on Friday. I'll get this out to you guys. And as always, we're happy to answer questions. Do Zoom calls, whatever you guys need. And yeah, I appreciate it, and we'll be in touch shortly. Thank you.